Some animation channels go from being loved to being completely turned on overnight. This is the animation channels that everyone turned against. 1. Nutshell Animations. We're starting with one of the biggest examples. Nutshell Animations became extremely popular through short, fast-paced cartoon videos. Their clips were everywhere. Smooth animation, catchy audio, millions of views on almost every upload. But then people started asking questions. Former animators came forward and shared their experiences. According to them, they were being paid very low amounts for their work. Some said they earned around $50 per video, even though those videos were getting millions of views. One worker even claimed they spent over 180 hours working across multiple videos and made only about $1,200 total.
Exposing this shitty company. I worked for these dudes. They pay their animators $50 to make a fully animated TikTok with the worst sounds I've ever heard and give zero credit.
At the same time, the channel itself was estimated to be making huge amounts of money every month. That gap shocked people. And it didn't stop there. Many animators said they weren't even credited for their work. Some were reportedly very young. Others were told not to interact with fans so the audience wouldn't realize multiple people were behind the content. When viewers found out, the reaction changed fast. People who once enjoyed the videos started criticizing the channel. Instead of seeing it as creative animation, many began calling it content farming. Nutshell became one of the clearest examples of how success can collapse when trust disappears. 2. Rocky Raccoon. Next is Rocky Raccoon. At one point, this channel had a strong following. The animations were colorful, energetic, and seemed fun on the surface. But over time, viewers noticed something felt off. Some videos included themes that many people found inappropriate, especially considering that a large part of the audience was young. This made people uncomfortable. The situation got worse when fans began discussing these concerns online. The more attention it got, the more people started questioning the creator's intentions. Soon, the backlash grew. Views dropped, comments turned negative, and the channel's reputation took a serious hit. Rocky Raccoon shows how quickly things can fall apart when creators lose awareness of their audience. 3. Ben the Looney Now. Let's talk about Ben the Looney. At first, he was known for funny animated rants. He talked about work, life, and random thoughts. People enjoyed his humor, but then old content started resurfacing. Viewers discovered videos where he defended extremely controversial artists. He also made statements that many people found disturbing. Some of his jokes crossed into topics that were not just edgy, but offensive.
How the hell did her character design get approved for a kid's show? Sure, the face is geometrical, and to be honest, not very appealing to the penile zone, but that body. Oh.
For example, he defended artwork involving underage characters by saying they were not real.
And oh boy, might as well get the controversial one out of the way here. In an era where freedom of speech is taken for granted and everyone is offended by everything, one internet artist looks at that and says, "Hey, can't we all just jerk off?"
That argument didn't sit well with anyone. Fans who once supported him started distancing themselves. The more people looked into his past content, the worse it seemed. Eventually, his reputation collapsed. This situation shows how the internet remembers everything. Even content from years ago can come back and change how people see you. 4. Shappy's Way. Next is a channel that looked innocent at first glance. Shappy's Way had soft colors, cute characters, and a style similar to children's shows. It looked like something you'd expect kids to watch, but viewers quickly noticed something strange. The animations included suggestive poses and themes that didn't match the child-friendly style. It wasn't obvious enough to get banned, but it was enough to make people uncomfortable. Many began to suspect the content was designed for adults, while being disguised as kids' content. And because these videos were posted on YouTube Shorts, they were easy for children to find.
Hey man, the game has Ted, what the are you doing, man?
Nothing?
Nothing? I just caught you playing with your thing.
What are you saying? I'm just watching TikTok on my phone.
Don't even lie, didn't I tell you not to do it in my room?
That's what made people angry. Parents and viewers started calling out the channel. Discussions spread online, warning others about the content. The backlash grew quickly. Shappy's Way became an example of how dangerous it can be when creators mix adult themes with child-friendly visuals. 5. Hypercrystal. Sometimes a creator doesn't lose their reputation because of content, but because of a mistake. That's what happened with Hypercrystal. He was part of a smaller animation community where everyday objects are turned into characters. His channel was growing and people liked his work. Then one day, everything changed. Hypercrystal accused another animator of serious misconduct. He posted a document online claiming the person was involved in harmful behavior. The problem? It wasn't true. The accusations were based on misunderstandings and false information. There was no real proof. Once the truth came out, the community turned on him. He disappeared for a while and later returned with an apology video. He explained that he was young and didn't fully understand the seriousness of what he was doing.
Odyssey would go on to respond to these claims publicly, addressing and debunking them in his own video. In response to that, I created a rushed and weak apology that failed to take any responsibility, and then tried to escape the backlash by abandoning my channel.
Some people forgave him. Others didn't, because even if it was a mistake, the damage had already been done. This situation shows how quickly false claims can destroy trust. 6. GibTom Next is a creator who was rising fast. GibTom gained hundreds of thousands of subscribers in a very short time. His animations were popular and everything seemed to be going well. Then he made one decision that changed everything. He promoted a cryptocurrency project through his channel.
And then at the very end of the video, they decide to launch a cryptocurrency called Bitcoin to promote their little animated character right here, Bitcoin status.
In the video, his animated characters talked about the coin like it was something exciting, but viewers quickly realized it was a paid promotion for a risky project. The reaction was immediate. People accused him of trying to scam his audience. Comments flooded in calling him a sellout.
His entire audience was like, dude, this is a very bad idea, right? No one will buy crypto just because you put a goober on it.
Later, he said he was pressured by management and that it was his biggest mistake. He even deleted the video and returned the money. But it didn't fix everything. Once trust is broken, it's hard to rebuild. 7. Meowba. Now we move to one of the most controversial figures, Meowba. At first, Meowba created simple animated content using a cartoon avatar, but then the content started changing. She began using offensive language, mocking religions, and making shocking statements on purpose.
Could you be sour in a fight? Of course we could! Meowba!
The more people reacted, the more extreme the content became. It was clear what was happening.
R.I.P. Technoblade, let Meow ride that rotting techno d***. Well, it's not like you can say no anyways.
The outrage wasn't a mistake. It was the strategy. Every time people got angry, the channel got more attention. Even when she crossed serious lines, the views kept increasing. That's what made it worse, because it showed that controversy alone can bring success, even if it damages the community. 8. Blueygate. Finally, we have something bigger than one creator. Blueygate. Bluey is a popular children's show loved by families, but fake channels started copying its characters and style. At first, it looked normal, but then people realized the content was strange and sometimes disturbing. Some videos showed violence, injections, or uncomfortable themes, all presented in a style meant for children. Parents who thought they were clicking on safe content were shocked. These videos were designed to trick the algorithm and get millions of views. Eventually, many of these channels were removed, but the damage had already been done. Blueygate became a warning about how easily children's content can be exploited online. Looking at all these cases, one thing becomes clear. Animation channels don't lose their audience randomly. They lose it when trust breaks. Sometimes it's about money, sometimes it's about bad decisions, and sometimes it's about crossing lines that shouldn't be crossed. But in every case, the result is the same. Viewers turn away, because no matter how good the animation looks, people care about what's behind it. And once that image is damaged, it's almost impossible to fix. Which animation channel do you think had the biggest downfall? And do you think they deserved it?